Okay, so what we're going to do is use the TI, this is a 36, but it's going to work exactly the same as a TI30X as multi-view. We're going to look at finding the mean and standard deviation of a probability distribution, but this way we're not going to have to do so many calculations. So what we're going to do is use the stat and list feature to put in the data and then let the calculator do all the work. So the way to do that is I'm going to press the data button once, and that's going to pull up the data that I have. I'm going to press the data button again because I want to clear out all the information that's in my list. So if I scroll down, you notice I have a clear all option. I'm going to do that. I'm going to press enter, and now all my data is gone. So that's good. So let's say that we have a probability distribution where the possible outcomes are 20, 30, 40, and 50. And then let's say that the probabilities, now remember, the probabilities have to add up to 1. So I'm just going to do something like 0.15, 0.20. I'm going to make this one 0.55. And that adds up to 0.9. So that means my probability of 50 is 0.1. So there's my x's and there's my p of x's. So to use this calculator to find the mean and standard deviation of the probability distribution, we are going to go to second and stat. Notice it's in blue here. And we are doing one variable statistics. I'm just going to arrow down and press enter on that. And now the data is in L1. Those are the actual values. The frequencies, though, the probabilities are acting like the frequencies. They're telling me how likely it is that I'm going to see those outcomes. So I'm going to arrow over to L2 and press enter. And then notice it automatically tabs me down to calc. And there's everything. So the first thing you see is that n is 1. You want that because that means that the sum of the L2 column is 1. So that's like telling us that the sum of all the probabilities. Notice that we have x bar equals 36. Now remember that with a probability distribution, we're really looking for mu, the mean. So that means that mu is equal to 36 because we're talking about a population. Notice that Sx is error, and that's always going to be. Now there is my population standard deviation. And again, remember, when you're finding these things for a probability distribution, you're automatically assuming that it's mu and sigma population values. So the standard deviation is 8.60. And if you needed the variance, all you have to do is square that number to find the variance. So that's just one extra step. And there is a lot more that we can do, but those are pretty much the only things we're going to be doing with this. So you get the 5-number summary and all of that. But like I said before, we are only concerned with the mean and standard deviation, which was right up here. So again, x bar, of course, that really means mu, 36, and sigma is 8.6. Thanks so much for watching.